Hello guys, welcome back. In this video, we'll be discussing the concept of pre and post incrementation with various examples. So if you observe, the concept of pre-incrementation would be as follows. First, we would update the value of that respective variable in the memory, and then we use the updated value which is present in the memory. When it comes to post, we first use the value and then update the value in the memory. Let's understand with a basic example. So here we have a variable called value, which is equals plus plus a. So plus plus clearly indicates that it was pre-incrementation. So first what we are supposed to do, the initial value of a was 0, b was 1 and c was minus 1. So here we are clearly incrementing the value of a. So first we would increment the value of a by 1 in the memory, and then we would use the current value of a as 1 and assign that respective value to the variable value. Let's see some other example. Here we have a variable called value2. Here we are assigning the value of a plus plus. So a plus plus is post incrementation. So what we are supposed to first use the value of a and then update the value. So now value 2 would be assigned with the value of a. The current value of a in the memory was 1. So now value to value is 1, and then you update the value of a plus plus. So when you update the value of a plus plus here, the value that would be increased by 1. The current value of a in the memory is 2. Let's take some other example over here. So now value 3 is combination of two different values. So a plus plus followed by a plus plus. Here both of them were post incrementation. So post incrementation clearly indicates that use the value and update the value. So now let's come to first a plus plus over here. So what is the value of a current in the memory? So let's use that first. So the value of a is 2. We have used the value, then you update the value. So if you update the value would be 3. So then next comes to the other a plus plus. So now the current value of a was 3. Use the value and then update in the memory. So the value would be 4. So now the combination of 2 and 3, the answer is 5. So now let's come to the other example. So now value 4 would be the combination of pre-incrementations of a followed by pre-incrementations of a. So before getting into that, let's assume there are 5 numbers and that 5 numbers are random 5 numbers. So if I ask you to calculate the sum of all these 5 numbers, you would simply add the first 2 numbers first, and that respective result you would add to the next number. It similarly continues with the same. So combination of these 3 result would be a result, and that result you would add with 45, and that entire result you would add with 20. The same concept we follow for this approach. So when you observe over here, first we have plus plus a. That clearly indicates that we are supposed to increment the value of a and then use. So if you increment the value of a by 1, the value would be 5. So as of now, we are supposed to add 2 numbers at once, right? So next you would also increment the value of a. So now if you increment the value of a by 1, the value would be 6. So now 6 is the current value. So this was the updated value of a in the memory. And then you are supposed to use that respective updated value here. So now 6 plus 6 would be the answer. It is 12. Let's take some other example where we have the combination of 3 pre-increment operators. Value 5 would be the value of plus plus b followed by plus plus b followed by plus plus b. The initial value of b in the memory was 1. So now if we just get to the first plus plus b, so then the first step what we are supposed to update the value. I mean you increment the value of b by 1 in the memory. So the value would be 2. Similarly, you just go for the other one. So plus plus b. So again you increment the value. So the value of b would be the value 3. So now you have done with the two things. So you are supposed to add these two values. The current value of b in the memory was 3. So use the value 3, the same value 3 over here. And if you add these two values, the answer would be 6. And then you add this 6 with the next plus plus b. So again, this plus plus b, you are supposed to update the value in the memory. When you update the value in the memory, the value of b would be 4. So now 6 plus 4, the value would be 10. So in this way, the same approach works for pre-incrementation and post-incrementation as well. Pre-decrementation and post-decrementation as well. Basically, they use the combination of pre-increment, post-decrement, and plus plus a, minus minus a plus plus, a minus minus, kind of all these examples. The same logic would be applied whole everywhere. That's all for this video, guys. Thank you for watching. See you guys in the next one.